So let me introduce Joey. Let's give him a big round of applause. Joey's going to tell you about his career as a footballer and how he's progressed up to here, and then you'll have opportunity to ask him lots of questions.
First of all, what a pleasure. You know, for those of you that don't realize, I'm the president and the founder of EduKick. We started the company back in 2001, so we're about 13 years now in business. And for Mr. Morgan and myself, most of the work is done in front of the computer, on the phone, doing marketing, etc. The big pleasure for me and the time that I realized the fruits of my labor over the last decade is when I get to come meet the players. So I just want to tell you guys it's a real pleasure to be here and to meet you all. Looking forward to watching you guys train, going to the U19 match, Real Sociedad, Man United. As Mick points out, I think it's an excellent opportunity for you guys to see not only two contrasting styles of play, but you're seeing it top level of players more or less your level, your age. And you're going to be able to use that as a somewhat of a measuring stick because we're all setting our goals very high. But I think it's important to share my story with you guys, not only because we're all part of the EduKick family, but because, you know, you don't simply make it in football. You're making it now. Yeah. It's not so much getting to some point. There are players that have played much higher levels than me, played here in Europe, Division I for several years, made a lot of money, bought nice cars and homes. And still, it ends. And still, they have to redefine themselves as human beings outside of football. I had a passion for the game that was tremendous. My mom tells stories about it. I didn't go anywhere in the house without the ball at my foot. Literally slept with the ball. If I'm brushing my teeth, I'm doing toe-ups at the same time. I was one of those kids. I knew I wasn't the biggest. I knew I wasn't the strongest. And I definitely was not the fastest. I overcompensated in areas of my game to give myself the best chance possible of success, which was, in my mind back then, as I'm sure it is for you guys, was playing professional football at some level. I actually would do the exercises. 2, 3, 4 pages, get sleepy, go to bed. But I made a point of immersing myself in Spain. I only spent time with my Spanish teammates. I had a Spanish girlfriend. Spent all my time with Spanish-speaking people. We used to survive by playing with our playing contracts and by teaching soccer. 2 or 3 of us in an apartment, playing professionally for Sacramento, Stockton, Santa Barbara, and then coaching. Club pros. Train one team Mondays and Wednesdays, another team Thursdays and Tuesdays. So, you know, guys, I just wanted to just give you my story because my story is pretty humble in terms of my playing career. Right? And a lot of the pro players and coaches and guest speakers that you're going to coming in here have done a lot more than I have in terms of the professional game. But it's important that you hear from various different people in the sport and hearing their stories because all of us are going to land in different areas. But we all have a lot to be thankful for around the game. And I bet you guys right now would even agree. It probably helped you with your own identity, you know, through high school, and you know, now you're here and you must be feeling very fortunate to be in Manchester, you know, one of the greatest football cities in the world, without a doubt. So with that, really, to be honest, I'd like to open up if anyone has a question.
What about your German languages? Because you told us that you learned Spanish.
Yes, because I only stayed in Germany for 3 weeks, there was never an opportunity to really learn it. And because I was from California, it's very important to learn Spanish.
You said when you arrived in Spain, you gave up on, like, not really gave up, but you saw you didn't really have a future in football. What made you? No,
it's not that I didn't think, I always felt I could play back in my homeland. Because a lot of you guys have the same dream now that I had then. You want to play football, you want to play in Europe, don't you? Everybody wants to play football in Europe because that's the ultimate dream. Any other questions?
So now you speak Spanish fluently?
¿Sí? Pues sí. Háblame en español. No, sí, hablo muy bien, me defiendo perfectamente. Pero es que yo estudiaba mucho.
So what would it be a defender goal saver?
I will not let anyone run past me, ever. I will never get beat behind me. If you don't let anyone run past you, they won't score. Teams get broken down because guys like me make a crafty run and boom, we're behind you. And then one of these guys gives you the ball and then it's up to you to try and finish. The two things that you do best. One thing you do well.
Intercept. Intercept.
So defend, like intercept the ball, anticipate the ball. Tackle it. You tackle.
Yeah, defensive and tackle.
Defensive, you're a hard marker, I guess.
Yeah.
What do you do well?
Goalkeeper.
Oh, you dive. You can you're the keeper.
Shooting.
Shoot. You can find an angle in your shots, right? Find an angle. You pick a corner. You don't hit it and hope. You knock it and no. You gotta pick corners when you shoot.
Never give up.
Tenaciousness. It matters. It's huge.
Dribbling.
Ability to take somebody on. I could never do that. I became an expert at playing with my back to the goal.
I will work all the way up and down.
Box to box player. Box to box player.
Vision of the game. Vision of
Vision. Vision. Sees it all. Eyes in the back of the head.
For person.
And you're saying, what
Yeah,
about
yeah.
what about in football? What's the thing you do the best?
You are the best? No. You think? Normal.
Okay, so what he's saying is that he's never gonna let his head get big.
Yeah.
Bienvenido a Manchester.
Muchas gracias.
Okay, boys, as promised, this is Roberto Navajas. He's the goalkeeper coach and strategist of Real Sociedad Champions League. Finished in 4th place in La Liga last year. Roberto is not just a goalkeeper coach, he's what they call the strategist, which means he's in charge of all the defensive and offensive set plays tendencies of the opposing team. So this is Roberto Navajas, my good friend and brother. My Spanish brother. Roberto, I want to let Roberto talk to you.
You know where you're from, different countries, different way of living. I'm sure that your passion of the football, soccer, is great. Where are you from?
Kenya.
Kenya. Nice. It's very close here. Yes. Congratulations to came here and to try to do the best of you in soccer, really, and culture and everything. Congratulations. And you, where are you from?
Switzerland.
We have a player from Switzerland.
Does he speak French or German?
No,
Italian?
he play in national team. I started to practice when I was 7, 8. But I practiced like a goalkeeper when I was 14 years old, and when I was 15 years old, I moved to my hometown, to San Sebastian. It's a different city, to try to get the best of me in football.
Did you try playing football before you became a goalkeeper? Like defender, striker? Before you...
Very important.
But then what happened was the coach saw his hand and he said, maybe you should play goalie.
The more intelligent coach in the world saw me playing football and say, "Hey man, go to the goal." Yeah, it's very important to play everything in soccer because you must understand football. Maybe 87, 88, I played for Valencia when Di Stefano was the coach. You know Di Stefano? Who is Di Stefano? Really? You know Di Stefano? I played for Valencia. Where are you from?
Venezuela.
Yeah?
What do you think the guys, people need but llegar a ser profesional?
To become.
Become to professional player.
Passion to do the things passion to do every single thing. You know, simple things is the last thing I'm going to do in my career. You know.
For United against Sociedad?
I think
Who can be the biggest danger for Real?
then just our players. Right.
So you like if they
You born to do that. The moment. You know, there are a lot of tactic things, you know, a lot of things. But no, it's a gift. It's because you get, it's the attitude is more important thing. You know, the attitude is the more important. Maybe it's not really good in the left, maybe not good with the right, but you need to be really good in your mind.
Sure.
Yeah.
How you doing?
Jado.
Smile. Applause for our guest speakers.
Bravo!
The Swiss guy in your team?
Wait. I never.
No, no.
Where
England.
Where's this guy?
He's Vela.
Where's Seferovic?
He's so good.
Over there.
Yeah.
Hey,
we'll get them all signed and then whoever else one gets
just sign?
By one on the floor.
¿Dónde está Griezmann?
Oh my God! Ay, ay, ay! Italian, Russian.
I'm 17.
17. 17 is a really good age to growing up more. If you don't have the good trials this year, you must going on. You know, you don't know where you find the moment. You know, you must be prepared for the moment.
Every time, yeah.
If the moment you have to do to be the best of you, you must grow up inside.
Improve it's inside and outside.
Inside. It's a really big mistake